So a lot of the succulent arrangements that I have out here are from past purchases of combined arrangements that I got at, like Home Depot or some big box store. And I what I ended up doing was I decided to combine each cultivar, each variety, and put them in their own little container. And then also I wanted to do a theme, so I did a mushroom fairy garden. So I got this little house at Michael's with the little squirrel there. It was so cute, and also the little mushrooms I got at Michael's and the little stone pathway. And I'm not sure what this succulent is because when you get those arrangements from the big box stores, they don't they don't always have names. They don't always have them named. So I'm not sure what that one is, but I know that this one is, all these little ones I put in here are Vera Higgins. So I have this one with the Vera Higgins. I thought that one looked really nice. So, and then next to it, I have this Frizzle Sizzle. It looks really pathetic because I had it indoors. So a lot of the plants over the years, you experiment. You try to figure out, how they grow and what they like. And Frizzle Sizzles do not like to grow indoors. I am very successful with a lot of my echeverias indoors with my grow lights, but Frizzle Sizzle, not so much. So I brought it out here to see what it would do in the summertime. As you can see, it has some buds, but like it's not really, the flowers are not coming out, in my opinion, very right. It looks like they look like that. So I'm not sure. And then also too, in learning this whole process, I didn't realize that Frizzle Sizzle, I liked it because of these, the little curly leaves, but I didn't realize that it comes like a bulb, sort of like tulips. So if you want to tackle that, just keep in mind that Frizzle Sizzle is like a bulb, like a tulip. So it's way different than these guys with a root system. So yeah, but I do still like. There's a little curly Q there, but I just wish it was much much bigger. Of course, the flower stock is huge. Then over here, I have some kind of crassula or jade. This also was a bunch that came in an arrangement, and I didn't know what to do with it. I kept it over inside, winterized it, or had it in my house for winter, and it did get attacked by mealybugs. One thing I do want to tell people is that no matter what you do and how good or bad you are at growing succulents, you will always deal with mealybugs. So you just have to stay on top of that. But anywho, so they like to eat, mealybugs like to attack like when the new growth. So I did chop off a bunch of the new growth, or the heads as they grew, to get rid of some, and now there's new growth growing there. So I'm not like attached to this plant. I mainly like echeverias, so we'll see what happens. I feel like these types of plants, jade and crassula, love the sun, and they do get colorful red and so far. Like you can see that red color. They get that color in the sun, so I feel like it does better in this, like out here. But I will probably bring it in for winter and then bring it back out because it's a life of living in a climate where you get really cold winters here in Minnesota. So yeah, that's my jade plant. Okay, next up here, um, I know what this plant is. It's a very popular one, but I can't remember. And of course, this is one. I feel like it's a common. Sorry, shaking the camera here. Um, I feel like it's a very common one because this was another bunch that came in with a bunch of arrangements. I just combined it. I think it's really pretty. I want to see Firestorm, but maybe I'm wrong. But I don't know. You can always put in the comments what it is to help me out here. But I usually have everything labeled, but like I said, these plants came this way and I just didn't even bother. I thought it'd be fun to make an arrangement with it. So this little gnome house and the little gnome here, I got on Amazon. And this is solar powered, but I don't like solar powered. It doesn't work very well or last, especially if you don't get sun all day, and my deck does not get sun all day. So this only lights for a few minutes. Looks cute when it's lit for like a few minutes, but it doesn't really work. I did convert my other ones. I'll show you as we go on with this video, but I have other little houses that I converted and put a string of lights inside each one so they stay lit up and plugged in to an electrical outlet, which is way better. Sorry, it's way better. But yeah, as you can see, I put a little wheelbarrow that I got that from Michael's. So yeah, cute little part of my mushroom fairy gnome village. Okay, over here. I want to say I got those mushrooms at Hobby Lobby. These, but not quite sure. I think it was Hobby Lobby. Yeah. This here is a plant that I brought inside for winter. It's actually looks like this when it grows normally. Um, but I brought it inside. I did a test. So I winterized the other one. I let it stay out for winter, the bigger potted one, this one here. And it stayed, snow happened, it froze, and it grew back into that. And then this one I brought into the house, thinking, what'll happen with this sedum? And I know I have the name, but I'll get to it when I keep moving on through here. But yeah, it's coming back finally. But I did get attacked by aphids. What was in the house, or I had aphids. It was a nightmare. I would never bring this back in. So my advice to you is with sedum, like if it's a sedum that can survive winters and just come back, I would just plant it in the ground or leave it outside because it was such a pain. So yeah, I won't be bringing that back in the house. So that little science experiment was interesting, and now it's over. Next up is this little arrangement. Um, Again, I'm not sure what this succulent that I combined all together in here is called. Came in with my arrangements, and I just thought it was so pretty, and I love how red it gets in the sun. It actually gets that red under my grow lights because my grow lights are pretty intense, but it gets even redder when I have it out here. So let's see, the little house I got at Hobby Lobby, and I think the little gnome I got off of Amazon. So, and those little mushrooms that I put on the path there, that was a Michael's purchase. But yeah, and then I decided to put this little tiny agavoides right here. I decided it would look cute. So that's that arrangement. Okay, back to this guy. I thought I had a label in there, but I didn't. I think I saved it and I put it with my other garden stuff in the house or in the garage, but I want to say it's plum, something plum. It's a sedum. I'll try to figure it out. Maybe I'll put it in the description or something like that. But it's really pretty. I love it because I love purple is my favorite color, and I love the purple hues that it gets, and it also flowers. So, and of course, like I said mentioned earlier, I love that it comes back every year. So, and then I got this little gnome. I thought it was so cute. This little lemon head. I got that from Joanne Fabrics, actually. Yeah. Okay, this is my whiskey barrel full of sempervivum. I have never really tried to do much with sempervivum since I've started doing my succulent addiction thing, but after so many years and kind of seeing what other people have and how they grow those outdoors and how they have such vibrant, beautiful colors. I thought I would give it a try in just this little section here. I got the whiskey barrel from Kohl's, and I will put the descriptions of each one on the screen as when I'm editing these videos, because right now I don't have any of the labels out here, but I do know each each one, what it is and what it's called. I just don't have it on the top of my head. I got all of these sempervivums. I ordered them off of Etsy from Mr. Perennial, and I highly recommend his succulents, his sempervivums. He doesn't really sell succulents. He sells all kinds of perennials, but he has a quite a wide selection of sempervivums. And here in Minnesota, it's like we do get some at our local stores, but I just like to have a bunch of different options, and there's so much to choose from with Etsy sellers. I can get way more varieties of things. So I tried out this particular seller, and I'm really happy with the sempervivums I received. Not only that, but a lot of times in the store, you can only get like 2-inch pots of these or maybe 4-inch tops. But you rarely find ones that are like 6 inches big. And I wanted a couple of big ones. And then I ordered some 4-inch pots ones as well. So yeah, I really like my sempervivums. They've been out here for a few days. I acclimated them to the environment. I feel like they're doing really well, and I'm excited to see where, like, what they will do for me. And especially in fall when it starts to get cooler, I can't wait to see all the different colors. Right now it's pretty warm, so I don't think their colors show that vibrantly until fall or autumn. So I'm pretty excited to see what'll happen during that time. But they are so pretty, even if they are all just green and burgundy. I just love them, and I love this one, how it's got the little hairs. So pretty. It's like little cobwebs. This one kind of has little hairs too, and so does this one, but not as much. You can just, if you see closer, I think that might be a flower bloom. And I know that with sempervivums, from what I've learned, it came with these. This one came with all of those little pups. It came with 1, 2, 3, 4 pups, and then I think that once it thinks it's done its job with like giving off enough pups, then it does what they call a death bloom. So I'm gonna, I will do an update on this down the road, but like I'm pretty sure that that is a flower, or going to be a flower, and like I said, it's a death bloom. So once the mother plant does the death bloom, well, it dies. So, which is sad, but it leaves behind these little babies to carry on. So I can't wait to see what that looks like. Yeah, that's my sempervivums. Over here with that cute little bullfrog on a mushroom. I'm trying to remember. Oh, I think I got that from Hobby Lobby. Yeah, so I got that cute little frog on the mushroom at Hobby Lobby. But these are my portulacas. I got a mixed variety. So as you can see, there's this really pretty hot pink color and this kind of salmon red. Almost reminds me of a hibiscus, the red hibiscus. And then, let's see, I know I've got yellow. Let's see. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, there it is. There's a yellow one. Yeah, some mixed variety here. Yep, so that's my portulaca. So pretty. Just love it. And I just have it planted in like, a very shallow pot with some very, 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 very gritty soil medium. Because that's one thing about Minnesota is our summers are very humid. So I don't want any of my plants that I grow out here that don't love to sit in water, like tropical plants. I don't want them to rot. So yeah, if you can see. In fact, most of my plants out here that are succulents are in the same gritty, very gritty soil medium. Yeah. So yeah, it's my portulaca. Okay, this is an African daisy. It's so pretty when it's blooming, and I will post a picture showing what it looked like when it was blooming. It was gorgeous. I loved it. It was like white, on the top with a purple center, and then underneath the leaves are purple, which again, my favorite color is purple, so I had to have it. The little decor in there, that was from Michael's. So, and then over here is another daisy. Let's see, it still has one kind of there. Isn't that pretty? I'll show a picture of what that. I'll share a picture of what that looked like when it was in full bloom. But this is called that. But it does. It looks like a sunset when it's all blooming. All the flowers just look like a sunset, almost like this little fairy light. Kind of looks good with next to that, doesn't it? Matchy matchy. Love it. So here it is, guys. I was able to find a previous video when it was fully blooming. So pretty, isn't it? It really does look like a sunset. All the flowers. And then here is my African violet. The petals were white on top and purple underneath. And then the center was like a yellowish purple color. So pretty. Okay, next up is an arrangement full of, I do actually know what these are, Pearl von Nuremberg. So PVNs, easier to say that. But it's so easy to propagate. So I had so many of those. And I feel like when they make arrangements, they always put a PVN in there. And I think they're gorgeous, but it's just very common plants. So you see it all the time, at least here in the US. I'm not sure how it is in other countries, but here in the US, I feel like every box store or any place that you can buy succulents, when they do arrangements, there's always a PVN. So I've got quite a few of those. And I just think they're so gorgeous. I love purple, of course, my favorite color, and the pinks. This one, I was dealing with an issue there, and I was like, maybe it'll survive, maybe it won't, but I don't think it will. But the other ones seem to be doing really well. And when it rains, I do come out here with my puffer, my little puffer that blows the water out of the center. Otherwise, I don't want, like I said, it's like it gets very humid here, and we do get rain, obviously, and I don't want to rot. So I do have to come out here after it rains to just blow out the water so I don't have issues like that. That actually is an issue from when it was in the house. So got attacked by rot somehow, but all the others I have are doing just great. And this is another little fairy house. I got this off of Amazon. It came to me broken, but I didn't want to deal with like returning it. I'm really big into recycling. I don't throw anything away, and so I always feel guilty sending stuff back, wondering like what are they going to do with it? Are they just going to throw it in the landfill? So I just fix things myself, you know. So I fixed it. It's a little janky. My husband will probably have to help me out to get it better, but yeah, it does the job. And this is one of the first ones that you're seeing that has the uh, new LED lighting inside. So if you look behind, yeah, here it is. It's attached. You can use batteries, but I don't ever do that either. It's bad for the environment. Of course, I don't do that. So yeah, I just have it all plugged in, and they all light up. It's so cute. I'll show it at the end of the video what it looks like when everything's lit up. I love it. It has different settings, so I can make it like so the house is red looking, or from the inside, or blue, or um, multicolored. It's really fun. I just love lights. I love that stuff. Okay, so here, this little guy here, little turtle, I got from um, Michael's, and then I got a little pack of mushrooms from Amazon. So those are my Amazon mushrooms I ordered. There's another little mushroom. It's hard with the sun right there. And then I got this little guy, this little gnome enjoying his cup of coffee next to a little squirrel there. I got that on Amazon. I think it was a package of 3 gnomes or something like that. And he was one of them. So yeah. And then next to this, I have, I think it's that Nanook Tradescantia plant. Oh, I have so much of these because they're so easy to propagate. But they're also a pain too, because What I've noticed about them is, especially if you're growing them indoors, they like more tropical like weather. They like to be more wet or more watered more frequently. And I have the succulent brain, so I used to watering my plants less frequently and having it in drier areas. So I don't do go with tropicals. I have only a few, and to be honest with you, I'm slowly getting rid of them because I just want to stick with succulents. I enjoy succulents. Succulents um, are way easier to take care of, in my opinion, than tropicals, especially when you have air conditioning on all the time, and you don't have a humid environment in your house. It just, I feel like it just, as you can see, it just dries out the leaves. So it just looks ugly that way. But like, of course, it's beautiful when it's like thriving. But it's very easy to propagate. But I don't know. I'd love to just give it to somebody. Okay, next up we have this little cute watermelon planter that I got at Joann Fabrics, along with his matching gnome. I thought it was so cute at Joann Fabrics. Um, I'm not sure of these plants. Again, these were arrangement plants. I know this is an agavoides, but I'm not sure what these are. But man, they get pretty in the sun. The more sun it gets, the tips there get really red. And these ones are mainly like green when they're in the house, maybe a little tint of red, but I feel like they get way more red with the sun. So pretty. Love it. Okay, this next little mushroom house, I also converted this one to LED. It was supposed to be solar, just like the one I showed you previously. Any of them that's supposed to light up, they're all supposed to be solar, and it's just like I said, solar's a joke. It never lasts, and I don't like it. So, but so here, this little house I got on Amazon, and the little hedgehog, and the little watering can. Look at that! It's so tiny. Yeah. I got from Michael's. So, and then over here, this little bird, you fell off your little tree stump. The little bird and the tree stump came in the package of those 3-pack of gnomes from Amazon. And then the little waterfall I put back there, that's also from Michael's. Okay, I do know the names of some of these succulents, and some of them I do not. The ones that I do know off the top of my head, obviously I will share, and then I can also put names as I'm editing as well. I want to say this is a mother of pearl. Pretty sure it is. A Paragonese. It's hard to pronounce. It reminds me, it's similar to ghosties, like the common ghostie. But this one gets really pink, as you can see in the sun. I've got a bunch of those here, and those are very easy to propagate from head chops. And they like to grow lengthy, like leggy. That's the way they like to grow. Some succulents just like to do that. I mean, no matter how many times I've chopped it off and tried to make it nice and compact, nope, it likes to grow like that. So I just let it do its thing. I want to say this is some kind of titubans. And then these ones are either Mendozes or Mirenes. I know the Mendozes are the bigger form, and then the Mirenes are the smaller form of these. And then down in here, I've just got a bunch of little babies that are propagated. So here is a regular ghostie I see. Um, so, and then there's some baby mother of pearls down there as well. I'm not sure what this is. I have one here and one there hiding along with some babies. These here are so pretty. These are Lolas. I love Lolas. They're just gorgeous. I love the look of them and how they get like the purplish pink color on the leaves. See that? Down near where they're attached to the stem. And then if you look very closely, you can see a baby hiding in there on that big one. It doesn't want to. Oh, there we go. That's as good as I'm going to get it. But yeah, I love this arrangement. So quite a few varieties of different ones. that are in here. Lots of pinks. So pretty. This is another little mushroom house that I have LED lights in. I just love the little sign there, dancing in the garden. We'll be back soon. I love that. And then this is part more of the arrangement, bulk items of succulents. And it's similar, I think, to the watermelon arrangement I showed you. So this is just more of those. It's real pretty. And then got the little gnome here taking a nap. He was part of the 3-pack I was telling you about with Amazon. And I got this little house off of Amazon as well. So I'd love to share links, but YouTube is very controlling. Because I'm new, my channel is new, they won't allow you to post links. So I have to wait until my channel is more established, and then I can start sharing links with you guys. So the more subscribers and likes and fun stuff I get, the more YouTube will unshackle me and allow me to share more with you. So yeah, YouTube life. Okay, and this is a little petunia I got. Again, I'm a sucker for the purples and the pinks. I thought it was, the little pot that it came in was so cute. And I thought it really worked well in my fairy garden. So I was like, yes, I'll take that. Thank you. This is one of my more recent purchases. It's called an Andromeda. I got this from a big box store, Home Depot. I just loved how big it was, and I love, love, love how it's growing what looks to be possible pups, or I don't know, it's just cute. I just love it. So it's in right now, I think like a 10 or 12-inch pot. It's pretty big. Oh, we have an intruder. Hello, ant. You better keep mealybugs away. We know how your little minds work. Better not be up to no good. Yeah, I just love this one. It's like, I love the pink tips. So pretty. Andromeda. Even the names. Where did they come up with these names? Again, Andromeda. It sounds something out of a space science fiction movie, right? Okay, well, in this neck of the deck, neck of the woods, I've got this group of lovelies. I'm trying to see. It's hard to see because the sun, but this is another group, but I'm not sure what they are. But I just thought it looked really good with this little fairy shoe house. And this one also lights up at night with my LEDs. And then I put this little, I got the little bird house from Michael's. The main one, the shoe house I got from Amazon. And there's the third gnome from that 3-pack I told you about. And then little welcome sign and snail is from Michael's. Cute little snail. I just love little miniature things to put them in there. It's like a whole little world, isn't it? But I love, this one gets like, as it gets more sun, it gets so pretty. The tips get that pinkish purple color. Just gorgeous. If anyone knows what this one is, I would love for you to tell me. Say the mushroom shoe house, or the little old woman shoe house is, and then tell me what the succulents are, because I love these succulents, but I just don't know. They didn't come with names. Okay, I do know what this one is in this little lime planter. I got a bunch of these last year, again in planters. I just love the look of it. I'm pretty sure it's called a blue prince, but I just love the look of it. It's like that blue, purple, and then green on the center. So pretty, right? It's one of my favorites, actually. I hope it does well out here. But I feel like all of my succulents are doing pretty good with the gritty really gritty soil. And then I got this cute little, it's supposed to be a birdhouse, but I think it's just cute decor, period. I would be surprised if a bird ever tried to live there. But I got that from Joann Fabrics as well. I went crazy this year with mushrooms and fairies and gnomes. Okay, so continuing on with the fairies and mushroom topic or theme. Here we've got another little mushroom birdhouse. Got from Joann's. And then I put like a variety of succulents in this pot. Let's see, the little dog I got from Michael's. And the little flower pot on top of the table there, I got that from that 3-pack of gnomes that I was telling you about, where it came with the bird and the tree stump. That came with that. And then the little table and chairs, the tree stump table and chairs, that came from Michael's, along with this little flower cart decor, and then this little mushroom wishing well, both from Michael's. Now, I was telling you about the ghosties earlier. So these are ghosties, very common ghosties, easy to propagate. They grow like crazy and fast too. So if you want a lot of succulents really quickly, you've got to get the ghosties. They're so easy to take care of. These ones here behind the ghosties are California Sunset. So I've got California Sunset here, here, and then behind the flower cart here. And then there's another ghosty. This one is a very finicky one. This one right here. Finicky indoors, I'm saying. If I could go back in time, I probably wouldn't have gotten that one for growing indoors. It does not do well. It lets a lot of sun. It's called Anna Lou. And it's gorgeous in the sun. That color it has, the red, only appears out here. Inside my house, it's just green. In fact, I can show you where I beheaded that from, head chopping from, and I can show you what it looks like in my house. But if I go back in time, I wouldn't have bought that one because obviously I'm an indoor grower, so I can't grow all year round outside. So it's just not one for me. Lastly, which is one of my favorites, because you guessed it, it's purple. It's Purple Delight. And it is a delight. It delights me every time I look at it. It's so beautiful and also super easy to propagate. So if you want lots of succulents, get Purple Delight and Ghosties. You will have so many succulents. But they do love light. So you have to either be able to give them a full day of sun or at least a half day of sun. And I mean, ghosties, I feel like they can survive in more shaded area, but they're so much prettier when they're in the sun. But these guys, they will just get really leggy, just like these guys will in too much shade. But especially this one, I feel like this one can tolerate a lot of sun. Purple Delight. They also grow well indoors if you have grow lights. So I have very nice, strong grow lights, so they grow very well for me. So yeah, love this little arrangement. It took me to another place. I love doing that when I'm creating these arrangements. It just takes me to another place. Okay, so here is more tropical plants that I want to get rid of. So I got this Rex a long time ago when I first started in 2020 during the whole COVID thing, which got me into this, like probably most people. But it stuck for me, and I just love it, and I'll never stop. But I'm not into tropicals because they do not do well for me. So I wish I had a plant buddy close to me in Minnesota because I would just give them tropical plants and be done with them. But here you have a little frog. I think I got that from Amazon. It was years ago, but I laugh because it reminded me of my husband because sometimes he crosses his leg like that while he's drinking his coffee. So we always tease about that. Then underneath it, you see ivy. I do like ivy. It pretty much grows well for me, but I just don't want to deal with it anymore. Another plant I want to get rid of. These plants I got last year, and they were a science experiment because, of course, again, they're purple. You can guess why I was wanting to have them in my, to try them out, to grow them. And then when winter came, I didn't want to have them die, so I brought them in the house. One grew like this, and mind you, they both were the same. One grew like this, very little, and one grew like a beanstalk. In fact, it's possible you might be able to go up to the clouds with this one and get some kind of magical something or others from your beans, because I'm telling you, this thing is huge. I don't understand. So, but another one of the plants I'm just going to be done with. When winter comes, I'm going to let it rest in peace. Rest in peace. You were great while you were, but now you're not. Okay, and there's more of that Nanook Fraidscantia. I'm telling you, I've just got too much of it. Like, again, who wants one? And then this guy. This wasn't in. I got this because when I was, again, into doing trying out indoor tropical plants, and it just does not do well for me. So I brought it out here for my humid summers, and then you know what's gonna happen, guys? It's gonna be over for this one. It's called a Caletheia Freddy. Yeah, I'd love to be able to give that to somebody and just get it off my hands. Another one going in the death pile when summer is over. Yes, I almost feel like I should have a special ceremony for these plants, but again, I don't really. Not only do they not do well for me, but with my succulent addiction, I would rather have room for my succulents and more succulents than these guys. So it's just a matter of uh, I have no more room for you, and I only have a space in my heart for my succulents, right? So that's where I'm at. I don't even know what this one's called, but it'll live and then it won't. And then this I thought was just so cute. It's gotten so big. I bought this just, I want to say, like in May. Yeah, it's only been a month. This mix of petunias, and I'm not sure what this white flower is, but I got it because it was like really pretty, and I thought it would match into my fairy garden. And I loved that it was in this. It came in this watering can pot with. It already has a little handle here and has holes drilled. So I'm like, I'm gonna reuse that every year. It's so pretty. I'll put new plants in it every year. So it got me. It got me. Okay, so this is, I'm always doing science experiments, guys, because, I'm always learning when it comes to succulents and my plants. Just because I've been doing it for 4 years doesn't mean you know everything, right? I don't. There's so much to know and so much to learn. So this is a lily pad Aeonium that I put in this. That's another thing I just love to do is you find these little pots at thrift stores and you drill your own holes in them. Maybe I'll have to do a video on that. If you guys want me to do a video and show you how I drill holes in my pots, you just let me know. But I do know there are plenty of other uh, succulent addicts and YouTubers that do have videos on that, but I wouldn't mind sharing as well. But I do have lily pad aeonium in the house. So I thought, hey, this year, I know a lot of people say that aeoniums go dormant in the summertime, but I grow aeoniums all year round in my house, so they don't ever go dormant for me. So I thought, let's take some of my propagated lily pad aeonium and see how they do on my deck. So I've made sure that they get shade from this petunia, so they don't get like full sun or anything, but they've been out here for a month. I feel like they're acclimated and they're actually doing well, and obviously they're not dormant. They don't look dormant. So yeah, I think they look so cute, and there's something about because they're lily pads and like it reminds me of a four-leaf clover. So I thought it'd be so cute in this like little good luck. I think it just fits. It's just cute. I just love it. And finally, we're back to where we started. And let's see, this little welcome sign that says "Welcome to our garden." I got that from Kohl's. And these they remind me of like little Smurf houses. Don't they remind you of Smurf houses? I got that as a 4-pack on Amazon. And this is my flapjack. It's in a 10 or 12-inch pot. Yeah, it's here, label for this one. Got it from Anxious Garden on Etsy. And it's a very large one. I wanted a large one. I wanted to see how it would do outside. Obviously, I'll have to bring this back in when it's winter time, but I just love the color on the leaves. I love the red and the white. Oh, it's like powdery. And look at all these babies growing down here. There's one, there's two, three babies. Oh, and one in the back. That little baby. See? So cute. Well, if you're still here watching, thank you so much for taking the tour on my deck and looking at my little deck garden mushroom gnome fairy village. I really appreciate it, and I hope you like what you saw. And if you would do me a favor and like and subscribe to my channel and support my channel, more videos. I'm going to try to post more videos um, more frequently. So I would appreciate your support, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.